Volkswagen wants to manufacture batteries. In fact, it's already started building the factories to, in its own words, become one of the biggest battery manufacturers in the world. It wants to be vertically integrated. It wants to sell batteries. It says it's going to sell 1.3 million cars worth of batteries per year to Ford. Ford says, not so fast. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm the Electric Viking. It's great to see you. Thank you for tuning in. Welcome to all the new subscribers. Welcome back, everyone else. We started this channel a little less than 2 years ago, and since then we've done more than 2,800 videos, and it's been fantastic having you along the way. Just want to say a massive shout out, a massive thank you to every one of you who have contributed to the channel through Patreon, as YouTube members, by buying our merchandise. By the way, I'll put a link in the description to our merchandise store, and also by supporting my GoFundMe campaign for my wife's cancer diagnosis. Everything has been incredible. Your generosity, kindness, and positivity has been just absolutely amazing. Volkswagen Group, they already have about $190 billion in debt, approximately equal right now to Toyota. These are the two most indebted companies on the face of the earth. Whether or not these two are still left standing in 10 years from now, well, the truth is nobody knows. We can make all the predictions in the world, but the reality is both of them are in for a very, very tough ride. Now, of course, Volkswagen is much more prepared for this EV revolution than Toyota are. But Volkswagen are taking a big swing at things. They're making a big gamble. They're going to double their debt. Yep, double. So not only are they the world's most indebted company right now, but they could end up being possibly the world's most indebted company by double. I mean, they could end up having nearly $400 billion in debt by the end of the decade. They're saying, in their own words, they're going to invest an additional $200 billion. So they're taking electrification very seriously, but they have had a few hiccups. So should you invest in Volkswagen's new battery IPO? Apparently, shareholder interest is booming. Apparently, shareholders of Volkswagen Group believe the company is onto a winner. They should invest because this is basically the new Lucid, the new Rivian. Get in now. Get in early and you'll make a big dollar. Maybe sell out in 6 months when everyone gets a bit concerned that it's not going as well as they originally thought. And that's what happened with Rivian and Lucid and Nikola and everyone else. Should you invest in Volkswagen's new battery IPO? Well, Volkswagen, they know, right? They just raised a metric boatload. I'm not going to use the term that our friends over at that other channel use, but I love that terminology. A boatload of money from the Porsche IPO. The Porsche IPO netted the company billions and billions of dollars that they can use to spend on stuff to start making EVs and batteries. So they think, well, hey, let's do the same. Let's start a battery company, have an IPO, make lots of money, and well, investors will think we're going in the right direction, and therefore they'll probably invest in the Volkswagen Group as well. It's genius. Actually, it is a smart idea. That's true. But in my opinion, well, I would have a very hard time believing that this company will be successful in the long term. Now, of course, in the short term, things will go well for the stock. But let's be reasonable here. Let's just be fair and reasonable about this. Who are Volkswagen competing with? Now, CATL, the world's biggest battery company, and they produce batteries at incredibly low prices. Everyone was saying, oh, last year, the cost of lithium, it's rocketed as it had. It was up by a factor of 12. Crazy. Therefore, battery companies must be struggling. Instead, CATL made more profit than ever in its history. It made, I don't remember what it was, but it was more than $8 billion for the year. They made a lot of money. They're in a very powerful position. That's who Volkswagen are competing with. They're also competing with companies like BYD. Now, CATL and BYD, not only do they make cheaper batteries than Volkswagen will be making, which is basically lithium ternary batteries, but they also are now manufacturing, apparently mass manufacturing, or at least on the verge of it, sodium-ion batteries. Now, they will release sodium-ion batteries in EVs this year, which everyone doesn't even know it's happening yet. Most people don't even realize this. Plus, it appears likely they'll also release a hybrid lithium-sodium battery this year. It will take many years for Volkswagen to get up to anywhere near the potential to compete with those companies, but they will have to compete on price because the brand is the brand. Now, Volkswagen is not the brand for battery manufacturing. They are not known for that. This is like Nike going and selling laptops. Nike does runners really well. They're fantastic runners. Well, depends on who you ask, but you get my point. They do sweat gear really well. But they decided they're going to go and sell laptops or whatever it may be. Now, it's a different product. it's going to have a tough time selling its batteries to other companies. And Ford says, well, yeah, we'll take some of your batteries for our new EV because we have to buy the MEB platform off you and you want us to take your batteries. So, okay, we'll do that until we can make our own EVs in Europe. Until that point, that's what Ford have said. They don't plan on using Volkswagen's batteries or the MEB platform in the long term. And why would you? It's not technologically advanced. It's extremely, extremely heavy. Even Volkswagen Group, even its representatives will tell you exactly what I just said. That is a fact. Volkswagen will have to sell these batteries to other automakers. They can't consume enough to compete, I believe, with CATL, BYD, and other big battery companies. Should you invest in this IPO? Well, if you like day trading, if you think you want to play that game, if you love risk, be my guest. I mean, hey, we've seen what's happened with these IPOs. They go crazy for about 6 months. A year later, everyone bails out. And well, we see lots of losses. The question is, when do you bail out? The question is, will the same thing repeat itself? I think it probably will. But I don't have big enough balls to invest in something I don't believe in the long term. And in this case, I don't believe in this in the long term. But those are just my thoughts. Let me know yours in the comments. And thank you for watching. Bye-bye.